3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Browns defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Levis to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returning it is Moore. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On the ground, this is Williams. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again is Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, here's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Raiders at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Levis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. His throw incomplete.
Had the right idea. They were trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
The Browns send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Here's Levis. He hits Adams complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Levis from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Levis throwing again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Raiders are going to get the... their own 23. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A second down throw from Levis. That's going to be caught. It's Jakobi Meyers. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a third down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Taking it right down Broadway. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A give left side for Pierce to the 43, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Levis. And this one's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Levis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And Levis going to change the play. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A 44-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Musling free near the 40. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Now Levis.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Watson.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now it's Watson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by David Long.
And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here we go.
2nd down and 8.
Hey, smash, Bronco. 60 Eagles.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Counter play with Jacobs. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's a kickoff return score on a squib kick. And the Browns have retaken a third-quarter lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Now, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Levis looking to throw. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
134 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Levis back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Levis now on 2nd down.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Levis out of the shotgun now. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Levis to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Second and 10. Here's Levis. And it's caught. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Levis will sneak it.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Jacobs, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game result.
And the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And I Ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard.
Watson going to try and run it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here.
And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, here's Levis.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
1st and 10. Here's Levis. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Levis to throw once more.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or...
He's got a man, complete, touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Raiders 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play. to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's Levis.
And this is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Levis from the gun. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
19 tight.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
This is 2nd and 8.
Throwing now, Watson.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air yet again, Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Browns are able to extend their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And even 150 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Cleveland, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.